Welcome to Checkmate. There's been a little pause in some of our broadcasting, but now we're back, and we're back with a vengeance. On this all new episode of Checkmate, we will be diving into the underbelly, the underbelly of the New York street crime wars, and so forth. We will also be touching on some of your most popular subjects and content matter that's taking place currently. So let's kick some ass, SA.
Hell yeah. Up first, we have Blueface and his stabbing.
Okay, so I don't know if everyone is aware of this, but Blueface is an awfully decent boxer. Um, and if you know, like I know, I had a homeboy from the West Coast some years back. His name was Cisco. And I don't know what it is about those West Coast niggas, but let me tell you, when it comes to Smitties, that's what we used to call these things there. When it comes to throwing them Smitties, those West Coast guys got it going on, man. That brother, man, he could box down anybody. It don't matter who it was. It could have been the toughest dude in the school, could have been the toughest guy on the block, a grown man. It don't matter. He was boxing them down like with straight, efficient blows. So me knowing that Blueface is from the West Coast, I automatically assume he got some Smitties. And young people, be aware. Be aware. If you are from the East Coast or you live on the East Coast and you have a run-in with a West Coast person, make sure you are prepared to throw them things. Step back and throw with all your aggression. Keep your balance. That's the thing. Keep your balance. All right, look like we're having small technical difficulties. But yeah, so Blueface, mm, as he's training for this fight, okay, because he's already sparred with Floyd Mayweather and did pretty well. Did pretty well against Floyd. I was like, damn, this dude pretty dope, man. This nigga can actually box. He was getting it in against Floyd. So then, of course, Floyd walked him down and eventually beat his ass. But this here was a stranger. Some civilian walks into the gym and sets it off with Blueface. And as you can see from the photo, Blueface probably hit him with a mollywop or two. And my man went for the blade and evidently cut Blueface. Now what we're seeing, the picture on the right, that's not a current picture because him and Krishan Rock, they're not really dealing with each other right now. But the one on the left is a picture of the altercation. To my understanding, Blueface is okay. No serious injuries. Looked like my man took a mouthful. And I'm sure he had some more smoke coming when he got out the building. So hands up, hats off to Blueface for defending himself and being a stand-up G on this. Not just going to the guns, not getting his goonies to jump on the guy, just going ahead and taking care of his business. Also, he's a pretty good boxer. Check him out when you got the time. Who we got next? Boosie. Boosie Boo. Boosie Badass. Now, we spoke on this in one of our previous episodes. It might even have been like episode two or three or four or five, one of those episodes. And when I first addressed it, it hadn't got to this level where it is now. When I first addressed it, I came from the position of a father and from the position of a father who's been there, taking care of your child, being there for your child, doing what you got to do for your child, making sure they don't have to go for wanting for anything. but I hadn't took it in the position of being Boosie. See, here's the thing. Now come to find out, they've been going back and forth some more on the internet. Word is Boosie just put out a diss song about his daughter and her mother. Now, that's where I draw the line. You're not going to publicly shame your child, bro. You're not going to bring more pain on this little girl than the pain that you have already brought on her for not being a consistent daddy. Anybody who got 5, 6, 7, 8 kids that's not in the same house, bro, you got a lot of work to do. You got a lot of work to do. And how I live and how I feel, if I've got kids in different places by different women, I'm not going to have one set of kids living with me and not my other set of kids. I'm going to need all of them staying together. I'm going to need all of them getting my love, time, and attention. Because the one that doesn't stay with you, they're not going to get your full love and attention. They're not going to get treated like the ones that stay in the house. Hell, when they come over, they ganging up on the one that don't live in the house. Daddy, they ganging up on me. If you upset with her mother, you upset with her. You got an attitude with her mother, your kid's gonna, by proxy, have an attitude with her. We ain't talking about the prison time that you had to do, bro, and you on in this little girl's life. I've seen footage of her saying, "My daddy's out, my daddy's home. Y'all motherfuckers watch out," as a little baby. This is the little girl you choose to diss. This is the little girl you choose to do diss songs about. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm not with it. And I don't condone it. I don't condone it. Right now we talking to all of the supposedly stand-up guys. It's time to check nuts. It's time to check nuts. So let's see here what we got here.
Yo, I'm back. My bad.
Welcome back, SA.
Yeah, we on to who's next?
Next up, our homeboy Nelly. Now, you guys may remember Nelly from country grammar fame. You know, from every time I think of you and everything with Kelly Rowland. He did the country song with the guy, Tim McGraw, whatever his name was. They had that track, that hit. Yeah, your boy Nelly. He dated Ashanti. I think they still dating. If I'm not mistaken. I think they back together. Oh, Nelly. Turns out that Nelly shitted on his crew, the Saint Lunatics. Turns out that Nelly stepped out in front when it was time to shine the light. You know, had a couple of meetings with the bosses, and okay, we're doing a solo venture. Then we're gonna bring on the boys. How did that work out? Where the boys? Exactly. So what's going on right now is your boy Ali, who is one of the founding members of the Saint Lunatics, is having back and forths with Nelly over his accreditations, him not being paid. That's a common theme in the industry. I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but if you pay attention to the current events, that's a common thing that these artists have not been getting paid. Hell, Puffy is just now giving his artists their publishing back after 30 fucking years. Who's listening to G Dep? Did you listen to G Dep today? How about Mark Curry? Did you stream some Mark Curry today? Why the hell are you gonna give them their publishing back right now when it's worth nothing? When it's worth nothing. You've already utilized every iota, every ounce of their publishing. You was getting that elevator money. You was getting that Chinese food, that Chinese restaurant, low in the background money. Motherfucker. You've been jerking these people for years. No, all right. So I'm gonna get off of Puff. But it's kind of the same thing. Nelly lined his boys up the same way. So yeah. Your man in the yellow is Ali. Of course, Nelly's in the red. We all know Keywan and we all know Murphy Lee are in the middle. And then Mass Face. Okay. There's one that's missing, City Spud. I think City Spud had got locked or something like that. You know what I mean? But that would be the Saint Lunatics. Ali being the oldest. Of course, we could tell Ali was shine-nificent. Shine-nificent. He's standing off over to the side, ain't touching nobody or nothing. So Ali, honestly, to keep it real with you, just off of this photo, I'm like, dude, doing too fucking much. Dude doing too much. You would think he was the best rapper. I think he might have thought he was the best rapper. And back in the days, he did have a little flow. But anyways, Nelly ended up getting the first release prior to the Saint Lunatics. And we all know what happened there. We know history. Nelly took off. That album went diamond. But the thing is, when it was time to push his boys' albums, Murphy Lee, Keywan, Ali, when it was time to push them boys, you ain't see your boy. You ain't see old Dirty. Nah, you ain't see it. My thing is, dude, if while we're coming up, we have issues, if while we're coming up, we have like beefs, I can't trust you, you can't trust me, we don't need to go any further. We both need to be aware that one of us is going to have to step away from this situation. One of us is. So what Nelly did was kept pushing. Started releasing songs with every freaking body. And I'm talking about hit songs, man. Hit songs, bro. And he got that vocal deal, Push Liquor. You know, pretty much just was a global brand. Nelly just turned into a global brand and left the Saint Lunatics behind. We hadn't heard Saint Lunatics since back then. So now that there's this new venture, this new Harbor View situation or whatever the case, Nelly is reinventing himself yet again. But yet, do you see anybody in the photo besides Nelly? I don't think you will. I don't think you will. Sometimes it's called self-preservation. And sometimes you have to take care of yourself. Sometimes you have to take care of yourself. Now, if you are an up and coming artist and you feel like you're being taken advantage of, then of course, do your research. Take the time and effort in tracking down your analytics. Take a little time. None of this stuff moves without money. All right? None of it moves without money. I'm trying to get my camera right here so we can keep rolling. Now, the next thing that we're going to speak on, there's a little bit of beef, man, in hip hop. Your man Melle Mel is having a situation. It's having a slight situation with Marshall Mathers. Slight situation. I don't know what ticked these two brothers off and what made them decide that, okay, we're going to go at it. Who dissed who first? I don't know. I'm just falling in on the tail end of it. Oh, yeah, but I got some sauce to put on it. Yes, I do. Mr. Hot Sauce got some sauce to put on this. Look at that MC Hammer looking motherfucker right there. Is that Hammer? Is that MC Hammer? Nah, that's Melle Mel. So if you ask me, my G, I say this. I say M is a very, very good rapper. Raps way better than Melle Mel. Way better. But there has to be some sort of a respect level. There has to be a respect level, especially in hip hop. Especially in hip hop. Hip hop is the industry where you don't just retire, my G. You can't retire. The minute you think you can chill, somebody's gonna come at your neck, just like M is coming at Melle Mel's neck right now. So me, I'm thinking, okay, Slim Shady's one of the top. Let's go ahead and be fair and say one of the top 10 hip hop artists that's rocked in the last 20 years or so. We got to give him that. Melle Mel is one of the pioneers, one of the forefathers. There has to be a respect level there. There has to be. I don't know who's going to come out and say, yo, M, fall back off the old man. Chill out. You know, not just because you're a lot younger, but let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. You need not to be addressing that man that way. You know, you're pretty dope, but that's about where we're going to leave it. All right? That's history. He's a relic. We respect that. At least we do over here. So my thing is this. If it's a publicity stunt, then say that's what it is. If it's just to sell records. Because M, I hadn't heard anything fly from you in quite some time. And I respect you as a lyricist. I think I like the I like the Slim Shady Eminem, the Eminem before the rehab. I don't like the Eminem after rehab with the beard. This dude, Ben Affleck Eminem. Nah, I ain't fucking with that Eminem. That Eminem's kind of weird. Kind of weird. I like the beard, but you still kind of weird, bro. Still kind of weird. And your flow is still okay. I mean, it's okay. It ain't like it once was, but it's definitely good enough to take Melle Mel out. Melle Mel ain't got no flow. I heard his diss track to you. That shit is garbage. But the old man ain't even supposed to be rapping against you, bro. Pick somebody closer to your age and demographic, my G. Like, what are you doing? Are you fucking crazy or something? Fix that or end it. What happened with you and Machine Gun Kelly? Why you not rapping against that nigga? I think he got you. Honestly, I think he got you, bro. I think he got you, bro. But we don't hear nothing about that. So, Shady, get back to your raps. Leave the old man alone. Let him get back to what he was doing. Whatever the hell that was. Beating up on bitches or something like that. Yeah, Melly. I saw that video too, nigga. I saw that video too, nigga. I'm not defending you on none of that shit. Cause you're a bitch ass nigga for that. Right? You're a bitch ass nigga for that. But as far as Eminem coming through thinking he could just diss one of the forefathers, one of the forefathers of hip hop, that's not gonna happen, bro. I've been rapping since I was 13 years old and I still can spit some bars. You not gonna be doing that, my G. Alright? Tighten up, call up Machine Gun Kelly, see if maybe he wants to do another battle or do a rock video with you, drink some blood or whatever the fuck he gonna do. And move on. Move on off of Melle Mel. Move on off of Melle Mel. Now, let's talk New York street gangsters. This young man right here. This young man goes by the name of Nicky Barnes. And Nicky Barnes has a pretty world-renowned reputation for being the big rat. You know, he once was a huge hustler in New York. A lot of stuff went through him. A lot of dope and so forth and all went through Nicky Barnes. Hell, I even got some of my old school uncles and so forth used to run some shit for Nicky Barnes. You know, and they straight up told me. And I'm like, Nicky Barnes? Yeah. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, and you free, nigga? And you free? How the hell you pull that off? But in any event, Nicky Barnes was a very, very high-powered dealer back in those days. And he had his hands in the streets of New York's drug business. Very heavy, might I say. Well, Nicky ended up getting himself in a bind and ratting on his fellow counterparts. Now, in this culture, ratting don't get you too far. Ratting don't get you too far. Now, I'm not one to believe all of that, you know, snitches get you stitches and so forth and so on. But it's the truth. The truth is, if you got a code D and y'all go into this thing together, and one of you guys get caught, you better not say nothing about the other one, bro. What are you doing? You don't do that, bro. You ride it out. You figure it out. You got caught. Handle it. He didn't get caught. Don't help them catch him. I've got ex-friends, bro, who got caught up in some shit and had one of the other homies riding with him to do whatever. They get caught. I've had ex-homies literally set up other homies. Set them up. I don't condone the ratting, bro. I don't condone the ratting. If you get caught, my G, you get caught. You handle that. And the shit stops with you. When you come out, guess what? They stopped. Everything stops there. But why you want to push it over there? This man ain't even get caught. So Nicky Barnes has got a pretty nasty name in New York. Pretty nasty name in New York. And but he's very, very woven into the New York gangster scene. And we can't leave the New York gangster scene without at least mentioning him at least once. Now, there's others, plenty of others, which we will get into before we leave this state. But yeah, Nicky Barnes, New York City rat. New York City rat. Sometimes you can't play both sides, my G. Karma is real. Karma is real. And that being said, we're going to show this picture one more time. Karma is real. Now, we didn't know this picture would be surfacing 30 some odd 40 years later, did you, bro? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Don't be a fucking rat. We don't condone rats here at Checkmate. All right? Until next episode, where we get into more current events. Also, we'll go a little deeper into the New York City crime scene, the old school crime scene. All right? Till next time. Peace.